Good morning. On today's video, I'm going to show you how we were able to make a 200% gain on Nasdaq and just the details of the strategy. If you was to, and this goes for everyone that's in my setup room, if you were patient this day, guys, this would have been an absolute awesome day, but you had to be patient. I'm going to show you why you had to be patient and just the importance of letting candles close. All right. Listen, everyone. Look, my name is Kirby Keeline. If you are here just to kind of see what we are doing, and notice I was just talking to people that are actually in my setup room because this is a post trade analysis. But over here, what we do is we trade NASDAQ, EURUSD, and SPY. And each morning, I simply just give a setup. So each morning, it will look like this. You'll have an update. Just pay attention to this. If you pay attention to this, this lets us know that it is up to date. All right, that to make sure that today's date matches today. And I also send out an email, hey, prices have been updated. So you can really just wait for the email if you wanted to. But what I do is I send out a gold zone screenshot so you can mark up your trades. So you can mark up your trades just like my chart is marked up. Very simple. We typically just have 1 to 2 lines. And as you can see, these are the little gold zone symbols here. And then I make a video. Today we actually had 2 videos on NASDAQ because once I made the first video, price is already kind of shooting off that first gold zone. So we got to look at it a different way at that point. So this is the second video. But y'all, that's really it. This is Monday through Friday. I am giving these out. Very, very simple. So once we come over here, we see what Nasdaq is doing. Again, this is from yesterday's trade. Overall we are in the uptrend, right? We can clearly see that we're in the uptrend. But what is price doing in this area right here? Like what is the rhythm of the market in this key level here? Well, we got price respecting this right here. We're kind of creating this downtrend at the moment where price is respecting this key level here. So we got price respecting here, and we also in this downtrend, right? Now, this is a go zone. This is a key level for if price comes back up down here, we're simply going to look for a retest. Maybe I'll put a bounce back up to the upside. But I also seen that we have this downtrend right here, which we cannot ignore. All right, so we got this key level here. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. Now, this right here is not a perfect double top, but it's like a double top right here, right? I want in the future, if you are trading this gold zone system, be sure that you are coming to the first gold zone, all right? Not this second one, but this first one. All right. Now this is because it was the actual first push up here. And then we have another one that created like this double top for a pushback down. I want us to focus not on the second one, but focus on the first one. So if you were to focus on the second one, you would have had this something like this, which is still not bad. Still not bad. But just for future preferences, just focus on the first one and then drag it over. So you might go through this one. That's okay. Just drag it over. All right. We have this slight downtrend right here. Right. So now, if you look at the market, all you see is this downtrend here, and you see this downtrend here, right? Now, because we've already touched this here last, so we got price come up here, respect. What we want to see if price is gonna stay consistent, is price push back down to this gold zone level here before it comes back and touch this level here. If we start to see price touch, if you see price touch the gold zone level as we do here, and price pushes back down, and it starts to come back up to this gold zone level, we're starting to create this U shape. That means that price might be wanting to break out to the upside. All right. Now, we created this downtrend here, but another thing that we have to pay attention to is, which I like to call Pac-Man's mouth, is this right here. We're going to bring this line straight across. And the reason that we're going to do that is because this is the foundation for this downtrend here. And a lot of times price likes to come to the foundation, which creates this major double top for a pushback down to the downside. All right. So anytime that you see a downtrend or an uptrend, go to the foundation and simply create a line straight across, and you're going to get like this Pac-Man looking mouth. And this is what you want to focus on. Now, you cannot do this from the bottom angle. You cannot do this from the bottom angle, right? You can do it, but I'll have to show you another video once we have an actual example so we can kind of just focus on what we're seeing right now. But wherever you have a downtrend at, go to the top high, and simply drag a line straight across, and that's going to be a major level, okay? Just test it out. That's going to be a major level, all right? That price likes to respect, whether it's going to get a pushback down or price wants to break out, retest, push back up. Simple as that, all right? Now, let's fast forward. Boom. Now, price has touched this gold zone line. So because price has touched this gold zone line, our focus needs to be, we're looking for a breakout to the upside. That's what we got to switch our minds to. Now, we got a nice break to the upside, and we got a nice close as well. So this is beautiful. We got a nice close above, and price has broken up to the upside. All right. Now, we're going to bring this, yeah. Price has broken up to the upside. But on this particular trade, because our gold zone was our Pac-Man's mouth was so close to each other, ideally what you want to see is price break from both of these. So you want to see price break this gold zone and this gold zone. That will give us the confirmation that we truly want. So it won't be a fake out, because again, since this is such a strong level, we could see price come up here to this wick and push back down. All right. So at this point, we want to see a candle close above this gold zone level here. All right, this is ideally what we want to see. So boom, and that is the reason why. Just like that, as you can see, this next candle came up, retested this, and pushed back down. That's the exact reason. This candle also came up here and never closed above and closed down here. That's exactly why we want to be patient and wait for closes. All right, now boom, price flew down. We didn't have anything. At this point, we didn't have anything. And this was the importance of actually letting the candle close today. Because look at this. Yes, price, this could have faked us out so many times if you were not patient, right? Now, this one closed right on gold zone. And you have to be patient though. You have to be patient. If it is not giving you enough, right? We want to see clear breakouts, because even if I drag this up a little bit above this wick right here, well, price officially has not closed above, right? It's closing right on gold zone. So these two right here, these two are your focus. Now, if you're drawing a trend line, you're not really focused on this one too much. You want to focus on the first one if it looks like this, right? But on this particular trade, as far as looking for our entry in this way, you have to understand that the market is going to want to respect these two here, right? So this one, you could have got in for a long position, not ideally, because we didn't get a clean break. We want to see a clean break and a clean close above, not one that's necessarily sitting right on it. Right now, you could sometimes catch a trade that way. You can definitely catch a trade that way. Maybe you jump down to the 5 minutes and you see something, but I like to stay on the 15 minutes. So let's see. Boom. Well, you definitely could have got a nice push off of this one. You definitely could have got a nice push off of this one, but that's still not what I would want to grab. Now, you could have shorted this market here. Why could you short this market? Because it closed beneath this gold zone level here. After you see a push up and then price comes back and closed beneath this gold zone, you could have shorted this to the downside. Y'all, there were a few entries that you could have caught. I'm just kind of going over different ones, but that was not the ones that we're focused on, because again, I was focused on a breakout to the upside and it closed. So just extremely patient this day. Now, boom. Now, this is what you want to see. And do you see how candle has now closed above very heavily? This is a strong candle above. Now, this is where we want to look for these long positions once price comes back to our gold zone, right? Price comes back to the gold zone, we want to get in for a long position. Why? Because we've got a strong bullish candle here for a breakout, all right? Now, boom, price comes back, touches this gold zone level beautifully. If you can't see it, this is it right here. Price comes back and touches this level beautifully, right? And that is where we get in for our trade at. Boom. And that's all she wrote. Now, eventually, price did fly down to the downside, but before that did happen, you could have took advantage of this trade and made over a 2-to-1 on this trade, which is a very, very good setup. Y'all, if you would just be patient, that's the biggest thing. Just be patient on these candle closes. You might miss out opportunities. I want you to remember this. You rather miss out than to rush a trade. If when I say you miss out, let's just say, and I'm not talking about missing out because you didn't execute. I'm talking about because you want to make sure you begin to execute normally. Like that should just become a normal thing, just executing what you see, right? But if you miss out because candle didn't close or something like that, then that's okay. It didn't do what you wanted to do, right? That is all right. You want to make sure the market is doing what you want the market to do before you get into these trades, so that you can do things such as this. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to win every trade. No, you're not going to necessarily win every trade, but your consistency and your profitability is going to be so much more sweeter, so much more consistent with the profitability that he's like, man, it's okay if I miss out, man. It's okay if I lose. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to make another video on SPY. SPY was absolutely crazy this day. So if you are an options trader, ooh, you don't want to miss that.